Let's be honest about something. There's this idea we all kind of have in the back of our minds about what it takes to really find peace.
You know what I'm talking about. We tell ourselves that the only way to get that real, lasting sense of calm
Is to just get away from it all. Right? To unplug everything, run for the hills, and find some silent, perfect cabin where nothing and nobody can bother you. I mean, that has to be the answer. Because let's be real. It's 7 a.m. You haven't even rolled out of bed yet, and your heart is already pounding. You just glanced at your phone, and bam! In less than 60 seconds, you've been slammed with a global crisis, a vicious political fight, and an urgent email from your boss. Your feet haven't even touched the floor, and your mind is already shattered into a million pieces.
And that feeling, that deep, desperate urge to escape, it's completely understandable. But what if I told you it's a trap? There's a hard Zen truth we have to face. If your peace depends on the world being quiet, you will never, ever find it.
So, if we can't escape, what do we do? Well, it reminds me of this old story about a great emperor. He desperately wanted to understand the true meaning of serenity. So he offered this enormous prize to any artist in his kingdom who could create the perfect painting of peace.
So, after looking at thousands of paintings, the emperor finally narrowed it down to just two. The first one, it was exactly what you'd imagine. A beautiful, calm lake, so still it was like glass, perfectly reflecting a peaceful blue sky and soft green mountains. Total tranquility. The second painting, though, it was the complete opposite. It showed this dark, angry sky being ripped apart by lightning and a massive, violent waterfall just crashing down a jagged, rocky cliff. It looked like pure chaos.
Okay, so which one did he pick? I mean, it's gotta be the calm lake, right? The one that everyone would agree is the very picture of peace? Nope, he chose the storm, and everyone was just shocked. But then the emperor pointed to this tiny, almost hidden detail. There, tucked behind that roaring, violent curtain of water, growing out of a little crack in the rock, was a fragile bush. And right in the middle of that bush, a mother bird had built her nest. And in the midst of all that deafening roar and that raging storm, she was sitting on her eggs, perfectly, completely calm. Then he explained his choice, and these are the words that change everything. Peace does not mean to be in a place where there is no noise, trouble, or hard work. Peace means to be in the midst of all those things and still be calm in your heart. And that is for us. That raging waterfall, that's our life. That's the constant stream of news, the overflowing inbox, the family drama, the deadlines. So many of us are just waiting for the waterfall to stop. We think, I'll be peaceful when things calm down. But here's the thing, the waterfall is never, ever going to stop. So this gives us a whole new definition of peace, doesn't it? It's not about the absence of a storm, it's the ability to find your center inside the storm. It's an internal skill, not an external condition. You know, the great Zen master Thich Hanh put it so simply. He said, peace is every step. He didn't say peace is at the finish line, after you've solved all your problems. Nope. He said it's available right now, in this step, the one you're taking in this very moment. And this is where it gets really practical for you and me. You don't have to control the storm. You don't have to stop the waterfall. You just have to build your nest, your own little pocket of calm right behind all that roaring chaos. But what does that actually look like in our crazy modern lives? It's so much simpler than you think. Your nest is just noticing one breath. One inhale, one exhale. That's it. It's the feeling of your feet hitting the pavement as you walk to your car. It's the warmth of your coffee mug in your hands for 5 seconds before you open your laptop. It's that moment at a red light where you choose to just sit and breathe instead of immediately grabbing your phone. These are your anchors. These tiny moments are your nest. Look, you cannot silence the world. It will always be loud, it will always be chaotic, and it will always be demanding. The only thing you can ever truly control is where you place your attention. You can focus on the raging storm, or you can focus on your nest. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about this week. Are you completely exhausting yourself trying to stop the waterfall? Or are you ready to finally sit quietly in your nest?
Subscribe for daily wisdom.